My entire life, I have lived in a household of Kentucky basketball fanatics. Both of my parents grew up in Lexington, and my mother attended college at the University of Kentucky. Kentucky has achieved an almost unparalleled amount of success at the collegiate level, and its fans do not take the matter lightly. As a fan of Kentucky basketball, I would like to present a brief history of the program. There is not much information about the early history of the program. Kentucky had its inaugural season in 1903 under W.W.H. Mustaine. The team played only 3 games in its first season, winning 1 of them. Throughout the first 5 seasons, the team accumulated an overall record of 15 wins and 29 losses. The school faculty voted to abolish the program before the 1909 season, but the motion was denied, and Kentucky went on to achieve its first winning season. Other important milestones early in the team's existence were its first undefeated season in 1912, winning the first ever Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Association tournament, and Basil Hayden becoming Kentucky's first All-American. In 1930, Adolph Rupp was hired as head coach. An understudy of the great Forrest C. Allen at Kansas, Rupp was known for his high-powered offense and tenacious defensive schemes, which brought him immediate success at Kentucky. Rupp coached from 1930 to 1972, winning 4 national championships and 27 Southeastern Conference titles. He was forced to retire at age 70, as that was the mandatory retirement age for all University of Kentucky employees at the time. Rupp was so beloved that the university named its 23,500-seat arena after him. After Rupp's retirement in 1972, Joe B. Hall took over as head coach. Hall played under Rupp in the late 1940s and won a championship in 1948. Beginning in 1965, he became one of Rupp's assistants. While faced with the pressure of coaching in Rupp's shadow, Hall was very successful at Kentucky, winning a national title and winning 297 games. He is one of only 3 people, along with Bob Knight and Dean Smith, to win a championship as both a player and a coach. After Hall retired in 1985, Eddie Sutton became the head coach. While he was reasonably successful in his first 3 seasons, in his 4th season, Sutton's team struggled mightily en route to the team's first losing season since 1927. Furthermore, Sutton was accused of serious recruiting violations, which caused the program to be placed under probation and banned from postseason play. Due to this misconduct, Sutton was forced to resign. After Sutton resigned, Rick Pitino left the New York Knicks to take over the job. While he struggled at first in the wake of the Sutton scandal, Pitino eventually enjoyed great success at Kentucky, leading the team to several number 1 rankings and 1 national championship. At the end of the 1997 season, Pitino's success enabled him to take a head coaching job in the NBA. After Pitino left, Orlando Tubby Smith was hired as the head coach. Smith won a championship in his very first season at Kentucky and had moderate success after that. However, his inability to recruit premier players and his multiple 10-loss seasons angered the fan base, who thought that he was incapable of coaching in such a high-pressure environment. Smith resigned in 2007. After Smith's resignation, Billy Gillispie was hired as the team's head coach. Initially, the fan base had high hopes for Gillispie, who had succeeded in turning Texas A&M into a contender. However, Gillispie struggled mightily at Kentucky, barely making the NCAA tournament in 2007 and missing it altogether in 2008. Gillespie's struggles led to his firing at the end of the 2008 season, and John Calipari, Kentucky's current head coach, was hired to replace him. So far at Kentucky, Calipari has won 1 national championship and coached numerous number 1 ranked teams. In conclusion, Kentucky basketball has had a long and illustrious history. It is often talked about as one of the best college basketball programs of all time, and with over 2,000 wins and 8 national championships, it is easy to see why.